been an issue. Dry spells where they're struggling both offensively and defensively. It plagued them throughout the season. Second worst record in the WNBA right now. But they do.
They've got to win 2 more games. The big number for Phoenix is 2 for them to clinch that 7, to clinch the 7th straight playoff berth.
They get it going early. Phoenix Mercury, Brittany Griner getting the bucket to take a 2-0 lead. Maj Forsberg, Tiffany Bird, and Katie Lakinich are officials for tonight's game. Early 2-0 lead for the Mercury. Nurse lining up for 3. She gets it to go. She's been playing well lately. She's got the hot hand,
Michael, and she's got to continue to stroke it, to command the basketball. They've got to get it to her.
Luana Bonner controlling the Taurasi. Mitchell, she can knock that down, and she does.
And this Mercury team, remember, I mean, before the season, there were pretty high hopes with this group, and Diana wasn't expected to miss as much time as she has missed. So for them to have done as well as they've done without her and having to figure it out, that's a positive thing for Sandy Brondello.
How about this hot start? Both teams were tied at 5 as Tanisha Wright hit the jump shot on the other end. Bonner controlling inside to the leading scorer, Brittany Griner. May have had extra step there, but that's a nice feed to Brianna Turner.
That's the thing, man. Griner gets doubled or she's attacked. She's got good vision out of passes.
That makes her almost unstoppable on the offensive end. She can get easy buckets inside, but also her vision, ability to find her teammates helps as well. Charles working on Griner.
And Charles plays well against this team. She really dominates against Phoenix over her career.
How about that dime?
Wow.
4 points for Turner. She got the layup to go. Great feed.
I mean, you blink, the ball was up the floor already.
Hartley drive. Layup. Boom. Nice reverse.
And see, that's the kind of freedom that New York's got to play with. You lay it all out there. You've got really nothing to lose at this point.
4 for 4 from the floor. Phoenix Mercury, we'll see what they do on this offensive possession. Yet to miss. Bonner. Another high percentage look to Turner. And she's going to go to the free throw line.
But Turner definitely looking good here to start. The rookie out of Notre Dame. Great job here getting her on the block. Zowie B. Didn't look like there was a whole lot of contact here, but maybe got a little bit with the body. Turner looks good. She certainly had a nice season.
Just a rookie, number 11 overall pick out of Notre Dame. See what she did earlier in the season versus the last 10 games where she's up to totals to 7 points, 7 rebounds a game.
Yeah, she's gotten better, and that's a key for a rookie. Just getting more comfortable.
Missed both free throws. Bad feet inside. Tanisha Wright trying to find Amanda Zowie B. Mitchell. Over to Taurasi. Taurasi can try to find a rhythm in this one. Mitchell gets a shot blocked by Charles. Griner. She recovers and knocks it down.
She's in the right place at the right time. I mean, that's Brittany Griner's game. And she's worked on that little 5-10 footer over the course of her career.
Averaging 20 points per game this season. She has 4 early. Charles trying to make a move. Right hand shot, too short. That's what we say in pickup ball, same team.
Yeah.
Out of bounds. New York will control as we look at this play. Was there contact here, Jules?
Yeah, I mean, there was quite a bit of body. There certainly was. And a big bone of contention this season with the WNBA has been the lack of calls at times in the paint. Now, there's a whole lot to that since the game has become more spread out. There's more perimeter shots being taken, but there has been less calls in the paint.
Tanisha Wright was giving Tiffany Bird an earful as Amanda Zowie B misses on the long distance attempt. Here comes Bonner the other way.
You're only allowed that arm bar, Michael, when it's your back to the basket, not when somebody's dribbling face up.
Keep an eye on Tina Charles there, bang knees. So she may be okay. Let's take a look at the replay.
Nice little give and go here. And yeah, it was a reach. But certainly was the other end of the floor as well.
No question. Tina Charles is okay. Mercury with the rock. And there's Leilani Mitchell. Knocking down the mid-range J. Former second-round pick. She has had a very long WNBA career and has really respectable numbers, considering the fact that she was a second-round pick.
And she brings a lot of depth to this team. When they brought her on last year, she helped Leon January with the point guard duties. She's been really a tremendously solid player for them.
Mercury 6 for 7 shooting this opening quarter. Brittany Griner, right hand too strong, gets it back, puts it up and in.
Brittany Griner, so lengthy. Her step is like 10 steps for me. I mean, she's just so good.
She a nurse because she knocked down another. No, she's off. Here comes Taurasi. Mercury leading 15-7. Early going to this opening quarter. Taurasi's off, still trying to find that rhythm. Nurse gives it off to right. That would be tied up. And they're going to call a foul there on DeWanna Bonner.
Yeah, that was certainly a foul. She got caught hugging her. But Diana Taurasi, who missed so much time, I mean, it's pretty amazing to me that she last played regularly in the 2018 World Cup and then the 2018 WNBA semifinals. She's only been back a couple of games, so she's really trying to get her legs under her. She played in July, did not look good, did not feel good. So she's feeling physically a lot better right now.
There's Tina Charles. She's been feeling good this month.
Well, she averages 21 or so a game against Phoenix throughout her career.
That's saying something considering she's matched up against Brittany Griner. Mitchell, great defense by Bria Hartley. And Hartley comes away with the steal. Knocked down. Quality defense by Bria Hartley.
That was excellent. Really great hustle by Hartley. And that's the way to be defensive-minded.
Timeout, Phoenix. 4:56 to go in the opening quarter. The Mercury lead by 6. Back here in White Plains, New York, Phoenix Mercury leading the New York Liberty 15-9 in this game, featuring one of the best to ever play the game, Diana Taurasi. Right there, let's take a look at her career resume. 2004 WNBA Rookie of the Year, after being the first overall pick by the Phoenix Mercury. 3-time WNBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, one of the fiercest competitors of all time. She was a 2009 WNBA MVP, where she averaged 20 points a game, shot 41% from three-point range, 9-time All-Star, 10-time All-WNBA first team, and the WNBA's all-time leading scorer, passing Tina Charles not long ago, the only player with over 8,000 career point streaks.
There's more than a handful of championships around the globe, right, Michael? She really is something else. And what's so interesting about her is that she's always asking herself if she enjoys it still. Do I enjoy being in the gym? Do I enjoy being the leader in the locker room? And am I still competitive on the court? She's always asking herself that because she's 37 years old, still wanting to continue to play and still playing at a high level.
Has a chip on her shoulder despite all the accomplishments. As Bria Hartley gets the layup to go. Tom Brady. Tom Brady, 42 years old, still competing for championships. He still has that chip on his shoulder. Diana's the same way.
It's all about the nightshades, too, according to Tom Brady. No nightshade vegetables. He doesn't eat that. He's got a special diet, but these guys take care of their bodies like crazy, and this is a terrific give-and-go situation. Bria Hartley does a nice job. When she doesn't have the ball, she really is good at moving into space and really faking out the defense.
Second turnover of the game on the last possession for the Phoenix Mercury. They've been awfully efficient in this one. Speaking of efficient, how about Brittany Griner? She's teetering towards the double-double. 6 points, 5 rebounds already for the Phoenix Mercury. Check that, 8. She got a layup just after the last time out. 8 points, 5 rebounds for Griner.
Yeah, Griner's hard to stop. I mean, when she gets going, the only way you stop her is by literally sending 3 people at her, and then someone is usually open. I mean, Taurasi was recently quoted saying, I don't know why people are not talking about her as an MVP or the best player in the world. I mean, she certainly should be considered with her type of talent.
Breon January, Yvonne Turner on the court for the Phoenix Mercury, along with Essex Carson, who's missed a chunk of time. for the Mercury this season. They battled a lot of injuries, still in playoff position. Again, Griner, Bonner, a big reason why.
Carson, 8 years with the Liberty. Very familiar with this neck of the woods.
There's a rare miss right there for Griner. Here's Hartley the other way. Spin. And kicks it outside, but the pass is too low. Rebecca Allen can't control it. It's another turnover. Second in this opening frame for the Liberty.
And we've mentioned turnovers being a big problem all season, and that's one thing they've done better the last couple of games at least, is they've somewhat cleaned that up.
Carson. And a foul on the floor. That foul called on Rebecca Allen. She doesn't seem to like it as Brittany Boyd gets set to check in. She'll check in for Tanisha Wright. Give her a break. Get ball movement, controlling the flow. We talked about this as far as the point guard spot for the New York Liberty. Someone to control the game, control the tempo, get them in a good offensive set when they have those offensive lows.
Yeah, Tanisha Wright has kind of been inserted there as that veteran. In January, knocking one down.
19-11, Phoenix leading in this opening quarter. Charles trying to go to work again on Brittany Griner. Gets it to go, despite the double team there.
That was a tough shot. That was not bad defense. That was a difficult shot by Charles.
We're seeing frustration already with the whistle. Tina Charles doesn't like the call.
They're certainly calling a bit here, and this is just a tough shot. I mean, you got long arms like Griner, 6'8", and then some, of course, with her wingspan, and she gets it off.
You see why she's getting frustrated. She thought there should have been a call on the other end, and then she was called for a quick whistle. 10th point of the game for Brittany Griner there.
I mean, she makes it look easy when she gets it that deep in the lane.
Off the corner, Mr. Charles gets her own. And her putback is too strong. Bonner with the rebound. Bonner against Griner with 10 points already. She had 20 points in the first half of their last outing against Chicago. Has it rolling here once again.
She didn't play against the Liberty in their last outing.
Carson out of bounds there. Third turnover of the game in this opening quarter for the Phoenix Mercury. And Carson, she's got to get her rhythm back. She hasn't played in a while for Phoenix.
She's also kind of had a hard time kind of finding herself on this team and finding her role. It's her first year in Phoenix. Of course, she brings that championship experience, has won a WNBA championship with the Sparks, and can play multiple positions.
Luxury to have some of these players back to the Mercury, but at the same time they have to get their rhythm, get their conditioning back on track, get back in the flow with this playoff push that they're trying to make. Nice move from Hartley, who knocks down the Jet.
One of the best at the mid-range and creating space for herself, Bria Hartley, and she does it by getting low to the ground with her dribble.
Bonner.
Joanna, she wants it. She is incredible. Had a double-double in the other game which they played the Liberty, and she's just been tremendously solid.
Another J for Bria Hartley. She has 8 in the early going for the Liberty. See Bonner controlling. She is the only one on this roster to play and start every single game for the Phoenix Mercury this season. Griner off the glass, no good, too strong. There's Boyd with it. Pushing the tempo. We've got bodies falling. As Boyd too strong in the layup attempt.
Griner's down.
Griner is in pain. Hold her right knee.
That's a terrible sign.
Bonner puts up the shot and misses it. They didn't get a timeout there on the other end, so Griner is still down.
And she's really writhing. I mean, that looks like it could be serious. Oh, boy. One of the best to play in the world right there, grabbing her knee. Not something you want to ever see.
No, it is awfully quiet here at the Westchester County Center. And Griner is the league's leading scorer this season.
I don't know if that happened during the fall there. Looked like her and Tina kind of collided or in transition. Or actually, excuse me, it was Gray. Ooh, she fell down on it.
It's kind of awkward the way that she went down there.
Yeah, she's limping off the floor, so you can only hope it's minor, but you don't know.
So she gets a hand clap from the fans here. Just kind of awkward.
Yeah, if it was a bruise or something, deep bone bruise, whatever, I mean, that's one thing, but we don't know.
You saw Rashonda Gray fall down, and Griner trying to avoid her, and just was kind of awkward in falling down with her. And so just a scary situation there for Brittany Griner. Again, the league's leading scorer this season. Their magic number, again, for the Phoenix Mercury is 2 to secure a playoff spot. And she has meant so much to this franchise, so much to this team.
She has. I mean, she's been everything. And she plays in Russia with Diana Taurasi, so she's a player who plays on the top team in EuroLeague. And there she falls hard, collides with Rashonda Gray. And we're not totally sure what the heck happened, but it didn't look pretty.
No. Just an awkward plant there.
And she's certainly been a tremendous force in this league.
As you see her numbers this season, 20 points per contest, leading the league, shooting 54% from the floor, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks a game. And she continues to get some attention on the bench. The fact that she's not going back to the locker room,
that's a good sign.
Is a positive sign.
It looked like, to me, it looked like she fell hard on the kneecap. I'm hoping for her sake it wasn't anything she twisted in there, but we'll probably hear more as we continue.
Approaching 30 seconds to go in this opening quarter. The Mercury leading 24-17. Griner's been dominant once again in this one. Hartley has played well. Nice pass inside to Rashonda Gray, who can't hit the layup. And here comes Taurasi. And Turner. January back to Taurasi. Sancho Little back in the lineup. She misses the shot. 7 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Hartley puts up to 3. Too strong. And that's how the opening quarter comes to a close. Phoenix Mercury getting strong play from Brittany Griner in double figures already in this one. And the Mercury lead 24-17, 1 quarter down. You're watching Liberty Basketball on Yes. And welcome back to the Westchester County Center, getting ready for second quarter action. The Phoenix Mercury leading the Liberty 24-17 alongside Julian Vianney. I'm Michael Drady. Friday night, the New York Liberty are back on the S for a big battle against Jonquel Jones and the Connecticut Sun. Tip-off is here at the County Center at 7:30, and you can stream it live on Fox Sports Go and catch it following Yankees coverage later that night right here on ES. Jules, there's the owner of the Brooklyn Nets and now the New York Liberty. Joe Tsai in the audience. Front row seat, taking in the action.
Yeah, it's good to see him here, showing his support. Certainly a lot going on with him, with the Nets, with everything. Barclays, and a lot in the news. But
no question.
The Liberty maybe ending up on the positive side of all of this, that's for sure.
Offensive foul call in that possession. Rashonda Gray called for that. In that opening quarter. The Mercury shot 61% from the floor, 40% for the Liberty.
And we did just get word, Michael, that they do expect to see Griner back in the game on the floor, so it mustn't be anything too serious in terms of what they think. So that's good to hear.
Big sigh of relief for the Mercury and their fans, because that did not look good when she went down clutching that right knee in the opening quarter. Rebecca Allen, does she have the stroke from long range? Yes, she does.
She sure does, and she's got to continue to look for that shot. There aren't too many that have a trigger like hers.
One of the big bright spots in the second half of the WNBA season for the Liberty.
And you know what? She's such a tremendous player. Throughout her WNBA career, she's struggled with injuries, and that has held her back. As soon as Brittany Boyd gets in the lane here, draws 2 kicks, little penetration and pitch, good old-fashioned basketball right there. but this young lady has been great this year. She's pretty much stayed healthy, except for that hand injury. She did miss a few games, but when she's healthy, she's really a force to spread the floor.
Cunningham with the left hand gives the Mercury a 6-point advantage. Boyd looking for Allen inside, battling Diana Taurasi. Allen puts it up, and it's off the mark. Nice offensive board from Lorraine Kakakunwe.
She is so bouncy in there, always has that nose for the ball.
That's one area where the Liberty can certainly take advantage. Mercury, one of the worst in the league, is at keeping teams off the offensive glass. That was just a terrific offensive rebound from Lorraine Kakakunwe.
Yeah, she skies. I mean, she's so athletic. It's just a terrific job just going up, grabbing that board, and then going up strong right afterwards. That's what she does well. She's in there to grab rebounds, get some easy buckets with some garbage points. But it is interesting for Phoenix. They've got we've got Griner back in the game.
Back in the game already.
Two top scorers in the league, but they're not great rebounders in terms of a team.
Cunningham with the ball right now. Baseline being defended by Rebecca Allen. There's Griner, as Jules mentioned, back there on the court after going down holding the right knee in the opening quarter. January with a 3-point attempt. There's a foul as January goes down hard. This looks like it's on Rashonda Gray.
It's certainly not a place you want to foul Breon January, who is a veteran. It looks like, I thought that it was on the shot.
Looks like they called it on the floor. With Gray trying to fight through a screen. Tina Charles checks back into the game for Rashonda Gray. It's just weird as the chippiness kind of going up in this game a little bit.
Very physical, and the referees are calling quite a bit.
Oh, Liberty caught sleeping.
Big time. I mean, you got to recognize where the ball is at and when it's being put inside. I mean, you can't afford stuff like that.
28-22 is Boyd. Knocks down the three-point shot. 3-point game. 7:30 to go in the first half. And each game important for the Mercury the rest of the way. They need 2 wins, assuming they don't get help from anyone else, in order to secure a playoff spot. As Brittany Griner here, she picks up where she left off in the first half, getting that bucket to go.
And she's moving well. She's fine. And they're looking to kill it and get it inside every time. They want her to get a touch, clearly. This is where she's worked on her game a bit. She can put it on the deck. She's not just a post player, but that's a really nice job. Didn't see much contact, but a fadeaway jumper, not an easy one to make, and she knocks it down.
She's knocked down 6 of her first 9 attempts from the floor in this first half. And she misses the free throw. She has 12 points already. As Mitchell knocks down the 3 off of the offensive putback. That's her 10th point of the game.
I'll tell you what, she is little, but she is a firecracker out there. I love the way she plays. A lot of assertiveness.
Pass inside to Lorraine Kakakunwe. She gets that shot to fall. And New York staying within striking distance. They need stops. Taurasi off the Griner screen. Driving, there's a shot blocked. No, a foul is called.
And you know, if you're Diana Taurasi, you're going to get that call. I mean, she's earned the calls for sure, but I don't know that it was a foul. I mean, nobody in here seems to be too happy about it, but that foul was not on Allen. To me, if there was a foul at all, it was Boyd with a little body on the dribble, but not that.
Knocks down that first free throw.
I mean, Spida's got Spida arms. I think she got that clean.
Yeah, she certainly thought so. Coach Smith certainly thought so as Taurasi knocks down the free throw. Her second point of the game. Doesn't have a field goal. Again, she's still trying to find her rhythm after missing most of this WNBA season with back and hamstring injuries. Missed 1 game due to suspension. Keia Nurse off.
She's got people watching her all the time, making sure she's not doing too much. Because she will overdo it. She's a hard worker. She admits that.
She only knows one speed.
Yep.
Keia Nurse almost stole that pass, but lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, good hands. And even if Taurasi's not scoring, which is not something you see often, but when she's not, she's doing other things and she's commanding attention, which that attention alone opens up the paint for players like Griner and others.
And Kakakunwe too strong. And Taurasi can play in her third game of this WNBA season. They only have 6 games remaining, including this one. Speed to Brittany Griner. Her fadeaway jay is good. How about that? We talked about the sisterhood between those two, the friendship that they've developed and the chemistry on the court. We saw it there.
Beautiful pass. And that's what you see. They develop that in Russia. They develop it throughout their Phoenix Mercury years. Great teamwork.
Boy. Ooh, off the glass for 2.
Boyd being assertive. I like it. Looking for her shot.
Liberty shooting 45% from the floor. They need stops, though. As we have another whistle, foul on the floor. Officials talking things over. There's a contact inside. 37-29 advantage for the Mercury with 5:25 to go in this first half.
And Brittany Griner knows, hey, I can certainly catch it from the no-look Taurasi pass and still make it. Beautiful shot.
5:25 to go in the first half here in White Plains, New York. The Mercury leading the New York Liberty 37-29 as Brittany Griner headed to the free throw line. Saw Coach Katie Smith. She is not happy.
Nah, she's giving the referee an earful. Certainly, I think, like we say all along, they just want it to be consistent. That's it. And it's all right to pull a ref aside and just tell them what you think, as long as you're just talking.
She certainly did that. She certainly did that. Brittany Griner goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. She has 15.6 rebounds in just 12 minutes of action already.
To put it plainly, they just have no answer for her right now.
Tina Charles, baseline save.
But Tina's finding her rhythm as well. I mean, when Tina gets it in there, she's able to score. It's the defense. It's hard to stop Griner on the other end.
Nice defensive play there by Brittany Boyd, drawing the offensive foul. 4th turnover of the game for the Phoenix Mercury. Just a 7-point game. This game within striking distance. Again, New York struggling to get stops. Forcing a turnover there. Keia Nurse driving, gets a trip to the free throw line on that penetration there.
If I'm playing in this game, I am looking to get to the rim every time because the refs are calling it tight. I mean, they are going to call a foul if you're going to the rim, whether or not there is one. I mean, that's just a nice curl cut by Keia Nurse. You just have to gauge the refs, and that's what I would do. Get yourself to the line.
We've seen good things happen when Liberty have good ball movement. Yvonne Turner, DeWanna Bonner check back into the game for the Mercury. And, you know, Bonner's one of the more, she checks back in. One of the more underrated players in the WNBA. I mean, she has consistently strong numbers. And when you talk about the Mercury, we're so quick to talk about Griner and talk about Taurasi. But she has had a stellar WNBA career.
Well, she missed 2017 after giving birth to twins. And then she had the best season of her life last season in 2018. And she's playing even better this year. So her last 2 seasons of her career, and she's got 9 years in the league, has been her best. And she's been carrying a heavier load this year with no Taurasi and doing a great job. She's got real quickness.
3rd in the league in scoring. Was number 2, is going kind of back and forth with Elena Deladon this season.
And she's a player, DeWanna Bonner, who can score more when needed, but she's content to really sacrifice and do what's needed for the team to find success. And so this year she's had to do more, and you see that she's playmaking more. But, yeah, she is so underrated to me. a positional defender that is highly coveted on teams.
7-point advantage for the Mercury. 4:27 to go in this first half. Nice defensive play by Yvonne Turner. Strips it away from Charles. Nice speed to Brianna Turner, who gets the layup to go. Turner to Turner for 2.
Yeah, that's a really great job. Good defense leading to your offense. Just diving your hands in there.
9-point advantage for Phoenix. Nurse driving, right-hand layup, balls.
What a bright spot Kia Nurse has been this season.
She's been finding a rhythm lately. She had a slump there for a while, really struggling. She seems to snap out of it. She's scored over 20 points in 2 of the last 3 games. Griner, fadeaway, Jay good. She's been strong all season long.
There's really no answer, and you just might as well not foul her.
Zowie B, fadeaway. How nice was that?
That's a tough shot. Beautiful.
3:20 to go in this first half. Phoenix still in control. Liberty needing to get some stops. Bonner inside to Griner, who can't be stopped in this one. Turner, too many steps.
Yeah, that's the right call. And Amanda Zowie B, one-on-one on the block. Not a bad move. Great job. Little fadeaway jumper. She has perfected that. And it's one thing that she has always been really good at is one-on-one basketball and ISO basketball. You've got to be pretty good at that in the WNBA.
See if Liberty continue to chip away at this lead. And we have another foul call. Luana Bonner does not like it.
Creating fouls, number 24, Luana Bonner.
Seems like both teams, which is always the case, both teams not happy with the officiating.
They're calling it tight, that's for sure.
It was a 3rd foul. And Zowie B gets the layup to go.
Tanisha Wright, who's such a vet. Good court vision, waiting for just slashing Zowie B.
Pass inside to Mitchell. Almost lost the handle there. And it's deflected away and stolen by Tanisha Wright. Mitchell called for the foul. Another whistle. Another opportunity for the Liberty to cut into this lead. The Mercury have control throughout, but the Liberty going on a run. Just a 5-point advantage for the Liberty with 2:40 to go in this first half. You're watching Liberty basketball on Yes. The Westchester County Center. 2:40 to go in the second quarter. The Mercury leading the Liberty 44-39. A lot of history between these two franchises. In fact, not this old guard. Original 3 WNBA franchises, the LA Sparks, the Phoenix Mercury, and the Liberty. The Sparks, 461 wins, 34 All-Stars, 3 WNBA championships, 3 titles also for the Phoenix Mercury. Diana Taurasi, of course, a part of all 3, and the New York Liberty, 4 WNBA Finals appearances, no titles.
Looking for that title. That's
still looking for that title. Take a look at
We're showing
Taurasi. That's teaspoon. Could she be the answer once again? 6 women have played for all 3 original WNBA franchises, the Sparks, the Mercury, and the Liberty. Who is the only player to start a game for each team? That's our Liberty on Yes Trivia. Jules, you got a hunch on this one?
Oh, I do. I think I know. This one's an easy one for me, but I will not answer at this point. I will give everybody a chance.
Yeah, we'll let you ponder on that. That's our trivia question of the night. We'll have that answer for you a little bit later on. In the meantime, hot shooting second quarter. Phoenix 7 for 10. New York 9 for 13. It's a 5-point advantage for the Mercury. Hartman to right. Nice feed to Zowie B.
And see, that's the way to really break the pressure. That was high pressure on all the guards. You get by them, and you're going to find somebody open. Terrific poise by Tanisha right there.
3-point game. Griner to Turner with the outside look. No good. Here comes Liberty. Can they cut in this lead some more?
See, Turner is all over Wright, trying to really force her to turn it over or to not be able to see the court. Which is
with the turnover there.
Yeah, really good coaching by Sandy Brondello. Out of the timeout, you saw that intensity on ball defense picked up immensely. I mean, I'm a big believer in pressuring the point guard because they start the offense. And they won't be able to see what they need to see to do that.
Technical foul is to charge number 30.
We've seen some strong shooting in this game despite the disruption of flow multiple times because of foul calls. We have another stoppage in play here.
And it was a technical. I'm trying to figure out who it was on.
It was on Tanisha Wright. She didn't like the call there on that turnover.
Well, she felt she was probably being bumped.
Yeah.
That is one thing that you have to really watch for, too. You're not allowed to hand check.
And Leilani Mitchell's free throw snaps a 6-0 run by the Liberty. .149 to go in this first half. Mercury leading 45-41. Griner has had a strong first half for the Mercury. 17 points and 6 boards. And there's a baseline, Jay, from Sancho Little.
Sancho Little, another one coming off of an injury. Missed 6 weeks of play. And she's just getting back into her rhythm.
Hartley can't get the three to fall. Mercury trying to add to this lead. Terrazza still looking for her first field goal of the night.
She hasn't been too aggressive, really. Hasn't been looking for her shot.
Looking to set up her teammates. That's 5 assists already in this one. Another turnover there for the Mercury. Hartley lines up a three. Back to a three-point game, under a minute to go in this opening half. Inside to Griner. Too easy.
Absolutely. I mean, when she's that deep in the lane, it's impossible to stop her. If you can't push her further out, it makes it difficult.
Averaging 20 points a game, has 19 already in the first half. Katie Smith calls timeout.
But Bria Hartley certainly coming on strong here tonight, playing with a lot of aggressiveness, looking for her shot, stops and pops in transition. The defense is scrambling, and she really takes control there. She's so good off the bounce. I think she's a better shooter off the bounce in every way, whether it's a 3 or a 2. She's better off the bounce than she is standalone shooting. And that's actually the harder thing to do.
11 points already in this first half for Bria Hartley. 5 of 8 shooting from the floor, including a triple. Tonight on Yes, Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees play the middle game of their set against the Seattle Mariners. Coverage will begin at 9 o'clock immediately following this game, only on Yes. A lot of excitement with the Yanks.
Yeah, absolutely. October right around the corner.
Oh, it's hard to believe, Phil. It's hard to believe.
Right? Where did the summer go?
That's right. Into a great month of the year.
I think a congratulations are in order for you, Michael Grady. Yes, you might have just gotten engaged just a couple days ago, so kudos to you.
Thank
and it
you.
sounded like an awesome setup.
Thank you. Still on cloud nine.
Yay!
Still on cloud nine. So I appreciate that. And shout out to Erica,
I
who
heard
may be
that
watching.
Erica was shocked, right?
She was.
Sort of.
She was. It was a lot of anxiety over the course of months of planning and putting the whole thing together.
Yeah.
But it went off terrific, and still on cloud nine. So
had to give
that,
you a shout out.
Thank
so
you.
Congrats.
Thank you. Back to live action. Hartley with it. 5-point game. 30 seconds to go in this first half. Ooh, nice step back shot from Hartley. Too strong. Offensive board to Charles. Puts it up. Cannot get it to go, but the foul is called. And Charles will go to the free throw line to cut into this Mercury lead. Third foul on Brittany Griner. Nice aggression there from Tina Charles on the offensive glass, Jules.
Excellent job here. I mean, she's so good with her back to the basket, and she goes at Griner, forces the foul, and it forces the referees to have to call something by attacking. Just a veteran move there.
First free throw falls for Tina Charles. Again, third foul on Griner. She has had an eventful first half. Went down clutching her knee in the first quarter. She's put up 19 points and put up 6 boards overall since returning. And it is a 3-point ball game. aggressive control, defended by Tanisha Wright. Taurasi, three-point shot, no good. Mitchell with the offensive board. Taurasi puts it up to close the half, and it's off. That's how the first half comes to a close. A lot of scoring. New York closes the first half on a 17-7 run. 3-point advantage for the Phoenix Mercury, 49-46. 19 points for Brittany Griner to lead the way, lead all scorers in this one. And Bria Hartley, 11 points to lead the way for the New York Liberty. High-scoring game, important game for the Mercury as far as their playoff hopes. Great action in the first half. You watch Liberty basketball on Yes. White Plains, New York. The Mercury leading the Liberty 49-46. Jules, as we look at first half highlights.
You gotta love the way Brittany Griner came out of the gate, and she continued that the entire first half, just commanding the basketball on the block. But it was a back-and-forth affair. Rebecca Allen came in the game, able to spread the floor a little bit, didn't get too many touches. But these two, their combination of how they play together, it really makes Griner better when Taurasi is on the floor. But I really enjoyed watching Bria Hartley. Hartley played well. She was really looking for her shot.
You see she had 11 points to lead the way for the New York Liberty in that first half. Tina Charles, 8 points. Kia Nurse and Amanda Zowie B with 7 and 6 respectively. Brittany Griner leading all scorers with 19 points. Again, she averages 20 a game, leading the entire WNBA. We'll see what she finishes with tonight. Leilani Mitchell has played well with 11 points. To complement what Griner did in that first half, Brianna Turner, 8 points as well for the Mercury.
We really haven't seen Dewana Bonner go off here yet either for Phoenix, and at any moment, Dewana Bonner is that other all-star caliber player that can go crazy. So keep an eye on her, too, because she might be ready to kind of bust out in the second half.
And we talked to Coach Katie Smith before the game, and she talked about wanting to see her team improve in a number of different areas. We talked about turnovers. We've seen the turnover numbers pretty low for the New York Liberty. But another thing that we talked about is third quarter focus, third quarter effort, and making sure that they come out of the gate playing strong basketball.
And you know that they're going to be talking about that throughout. I mean, they've been talking about it. We've been talking about it throughout the whole season. And it almost is like in their head at this point.
So we have a clock issue here. They get it corrected there. Here's Bria Hartley trying to pick up where she left off, but she misses on that first attempt. Here comes Taurasi. Again, Taurasi without a field goal in this game, 0 for 6, but has distributed the ball well with 6 assists. Griner inside. Too easy.
And that's what I would like to see improve, is that defensive effort in the second half. It has been a little easy for Griner to score.
Zowie B lines up the shot from long distance. So on the line, though, just a 2-point attempt. 51-48, Phoenix on top. Back inside to Griner. She's been able to do what she wants in this game. Does it once again. Even though that shot looked like it was partially blocked
it
there.
It was. And it still went in. They're continuing to get her the ball, and they have to.
11 of 14 shooting for Brittany Griner. 23 points. It's the fadeaway from Zowie B gets the shooter's roll.
Zowie B is scoring on the other end, and she's just struggling defending Griner.
Taurasi hand. Griner with a rare miss. Hartley. She put on the afterburners there.
I think playing with Griner, with a player like her, it would be easy to ball watch, because you just kind of throw it into her and then stand there and watch her, because that's kind of their offense if you think about it. And she's got to see the ball. But it would be easy for teammates to get used to watching that.
They dodged a little bit of a bullet there when Griner was suspended for 3 games. Tanisha Wright knocks down the 2-point shot. 1-point game now, 53-52. But since Griner has returned from that suspension, she has been playing outstanding basketball.
And I think with a chip, she didn't like the fact that the other 2 players only were suspended for 2 games, and she was 3. And she's playing with a chip.
Duana Bonner with the three-point miss. And the Liberty have an opportunity to take the lead. Nurse, free throw line shot, no good, but the offensive putback is there for Tina Charles. First lead of the game since it was 3-2 early in the opening quarter.
Well, this is a good start to the third for them.
Kia Nurse called for that foul there, trying to fight through a screen.
And the Liberty, you've got to watch out for a team like them. They're getting sick of losing, and it happened in their last game against Atlanta. Atlanta was on a 12-game losing streak, and they were sick of it, and they came in here and won.
There's a foul there as Kia Nurse takes a shot. And she wants the officials to review that one. She was called for the foul there. Let's take another look here.
Well, she's trying to slide over top of this screen, and Bonner does get her in the face coming off.
There's some sharp elbows there.
Yeah. Anything to the head, they can certainly review. And let's see if she did that on purpose. I think she did. I think that could be a definite.
Yeah.
On the floor is
a possible flagrant.
Yeah.
So they're reviewing it here.
So there's a defensive foul on the floor. The officials are reviewing whether or not there was a flagrant there on the flail. You see it was a little bit of elbow, but also you see the right hand extend there and catch Kia Nurse in the face.
Yeah, I would think that's an easy one. And they're deciding pretty quickly here.
Could be a quick review. And we'll see what the call is. It looked like they called a foul on Kia Nurse.
And that, to me, is a little strange. She was trying to squeeze through the screen.
No question.
I didn't see Kia Nurse really push off or do anything funky.
An additional technical foul has been charged to Phoenix's number 24.
So like a technical foul called on Duana Bonner on flailing her arm there, catching Kia Nurse in the face.
Duana Bonner arguing it. She's not obviously happy with the call, but that's what we saw.
It was clear as day. She may not like it. Kia Nurse there at the free throw line. Knocks down the free throw. 2-point advantage now for the Liberty. Trailed most of this game. Again, they're enjoying their first lead since the opening minute of the first quarter. And this is exactly what Coach Katie Smith wants to see. Her team fighting and competing to start the second half.
And that's enormous, and that really shows some growth right there. I can't remember the last time I've seen them play a great third quarter.
See whether or not they can sustain it. They're currently on a 7-0 run. As we have another whistle, it's called on Amanda Zowie B. Trying to contain Brittany Griner, who, if you just joined us, has been dominant in this game once again. 23 points, and we're still in the early stages of the third quarter. Brianna Turner missing on the layup attempt. Griner's put back too strong. Here comes Hartley. Nearly had the ball stolen by Leilani Mitchell. But Mitchell called for the foul, her third.
Mitchell's certainly a gnat on defense, and she's looking to really harass Hartley here. She definitely grabs her. That's the right call.
That's around the waist there. Mitchell in her 11th WNBA season. 2-point lead for the Liberty. Approaching 7 minutes to go in this third quarter. Right. Trying to find it. Gets it to Charles. Charles driving. And tough shot there. Thought she was fouled. Here comes Mercury the other way. Rare no whistle.
Yeah, good one, Michael.
No whistle. Mitchell knocks down the tray.
She's so smooth. We don't talk a lot about her. She kind of gets hidden under the big names on this team, but she does a lot for them.
And Zowie B for three.
Zowie B coming out strong offensively. Here the second.
How about this tremendous effort, Jules, from the Liberty. Coming off a game where they lose by 29 to the Washington Mystics. That game followed the loss to the Atlanta Dream, the team with the worst record in the WNBA. And here they are against a team like Phoenix with a lot to play for. And they have the lead here.
They're playing hungry. They're playing hungry. And Phoenix needs to play hungry as well. They're the team with a lot to lose if they don't win. I mean, New York's got to really win out and then hope for other teams to lose. Well, specifically Phoenix.
No question. As Tina Charles can't get the shot to fall. It's Aisha Wright battling for the offensive board. Hartley knocks down the triple.
Hartley's in the zone here today.
Mitchell. Nice feed to Turner. Turner keeps finding herself open under the basket. Somebody has to find her.
She's the one that's being left alone. It double teams over on Griner, and then Turner's left.
Take ball.
And that's why it's fun to play with a player like Brittany Griner, because it leaves you open. You better be ready for the ball, and Bria Hartley's ready for that ball. She knocks another one down. She is playing with a sense of urgency tonight. Assertive, confident. She plays with a swag and an edge to her game that I really enjoy watching.
Really strong performance so far from Bria Hartley. 14 points in this game. Just gives it up to Charles here. Charles from long distance off the front of the rim. And the rebound taken away by Nurse.
Good hustle.
And a little confusion over whether or not Diana Taurasi had the rebound and whether it was stolen away by Kia Nurse. They say Taurasi didn't have control. So the shot clock should have been reset to 14. And since Carson getting set to check into the game, last dead ball, it was Brittany Boyd for the Liberty checking in. As Boyd handles now. Strong third quarter for the Liberty. 2-point advantage. Hartley almost traveled, but gives it up to Charles. And defended by Glider. Left hand.
Wow.
And there's a steal. Kia Nurse loses it out of bounds, though. And we have a timeout.
What a start to the third quarter for the New York Liberty. And how about this shot from Tina Charles over the 6'8" Brittany Griner, lefty.
4:55 to go in the third quarter. The Liberty leading the Mercury 63-59. How about the play of Amanda Zowie Jules?
She has been straight buckets mode in the second half here. She's got 7 points this quarter so far. Out of her 13 points, she has been commanding the ball, and they've been getting to her. She's making shots from the perimeter, and that is something she's worked on over the last few years. She did not always have a three-point stroke, but she has certainly come out to play here in the third. 5 boards, and she's got a tall task. A lot of energy it takes to cover Brittany Griner.
Certainly a handful defending Brittany Griner. But she has done her part on the offensive side of the ball as well. Liberty started the game shooting 8 for 20 from the floor. Since then, 18 for 29. They shoot 7 for 12 in this third quarter. They have gotten going. Get defensive stops as well, but could not on that possession as Griner finds Camille Little for 2.
Now that was a great draw up out of the break from Sandy Rondello. And good ball movement from Phoenix.
Now we be thought about, then takes the 3 off the mark. Here's Carson Handel over to Griner. January, nice feed, Camille Little, easy layup.
Another miscue, Michael. Too easy. Just an easy give and go. Great effort from Phoenix.
Back-to-back strong possession, strong looks. Almost had a turnover there for the Liberty. We're tied at 63. 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Boyd. Oh, had a layup attempt. Didn't take it. Kia Nurse takes a tough jumper, and she's off the mark. Boyd had a point-blank layup.
She did. She doesn't look for her shot nearly enough. That's where she needs to to be able to improve there, to get to the next level. But the Phoenix Mercury, out of the break, they've been tremendous. Great little high-low action. You see the double team on Griner, and she's looking to pass the ball. And then the give and go here, a wide open layup for Camille Little. And that's where that opposite side, the help defense, has to be in there. But you got to really love that ball movement from Phoenix.
New York's done a solid job scoring in this game, but if they want to win, they're going to need some defensive stops. 3 straight field goals on 3 straight possessions for the Mercury. That's a 3-point shot by Camille Little.
And if Phoenix can get some help from some other players, that is going to bode well for them.
Ian Nurse stops the Camille Little run. 1-point advantage for the Mercury, 66-65. Approaching 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. It's been an entertaining game. Both teams shooting well from the floor. Camille Little finds herself open once again. That 3-point attempt too strong. Brittany Boyd inside to Charles. Triple team there. Hartley back to Charles. And deflected away, but Camille Little got a little body there.
And Charles staying with it. You see, she draws so much attention. Brianne January was already there the possession before that, and then Camille Little gets called with the foul. Anytime you come down and you don't go up with your hand, it is an automatic call, whether you touch the player or not.
First free throw missed there by Tina Charles. Solid free throw shooter. That's a rare miss.
And it's been a clean quarter for New York. 0 turnovers this quarter. It's amazing what that will do, because so many of their turnovers this season have accumulated into points at the other end.
Major positive signs. That's exactly what Katie Smith was talking about, trying to clean up some of the things they struggled with all season long over the course of their 5 remaining games. Brittany Griner just too tough.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. Absolutely not much.
2-point advantage for the Mercury. There's Nurse working the Tina Charles screen. Puts up the 3-pointer. It falls.
What a game. Kia Nurse is playing with so much poise and confidence.
13 points down for Kia Nurse. Liberty take the lead once again. Entertaining third quarter. Brittany Griner has been dominant for Phoenix with 27 points. Mitchell has been a terrific sidekick in this game. Her 15th point of the night. 6 of 7 shooting from the floor from Mitchell.
She's taking a lot of high percentage shots. A great mid-range shooter.
Hartley driving on January. Baseline J. Short. Gets the offensive rebound up. Long distance shot. Off the mark. Another offensive board. But it's over the back. Zowie B doesn't like the call. She's going to head to the bench as Rashonda Gray checks in.
Well, she had a terrific quarter. She came in guns a-blazing and adding some offense they really needed.
And that foul puts them in the penalty. So Brianne January is going to shoot free throws. Zowie B will check out of the game after this first free throw from January as Rashonda Gray gets set to check in.
In January, the Arizona State steady vet has been coaching with Charlie Turner Thorne in her offseason. A very smart coach type of player.
Won a WNBA championship in 2012 with Indiana.
Her scoring averages dipped a bit in 2018, but her efficiency last year was way up. So as she's got older, she's taking higher percentage shots in every way.
3-point lead for the Phoenix Mercury. Boy, too short there on the side of Tim. Bonner with the rebound. Mitchell. She has been sizzling tonight.
The Aussies. Well, we know that Sandy Brondello knows those Australians, and she gets them on her squad.
6-0 run for the Mercury. Strong inning to this third quarter. They lead 75-69. Can the Liberty get a bucket? Rashonda Gray can't get the layup to go. Can the Mercury add to their lead? January. It's a little to Mitchell now. Mitchell's been on fire. Her layup attempt is blocked, but a foul call.
Leilani Mitchell really making things happen. She is a true playmaking point guard. Plays with a lot of spunk. Takes that pressure off of some of the other players, and she knows how to keep dribbling the basketball out of situations. That was some body. That was the right call. Rashonda Gray came over. She got her with the body. Maybe not blocking her shot, but she definitely got her.
It's got to be somewhat disheartening from the Liberty standpoint. Again, the tallest player and the smallest player on the court, giving the Liberty problems. Mitchell knocks down the free throw. Brittany Griner, 27 points, 11 rebounds. Leilani Mitchell now 19 points.
Mitchell was cut and then she was re-signed, so she missed some games this year, which is interesting. So she had a very strong 2017 season.
Boy, outside to Hartley, has the three-point shot attempt blocked. That's a shot clock violation. This is not the ending to the quarter that the Liberty wanted. Started off so strong, but give Phoenix credit.
And that was where you also are upset. That was DeWanna Bonner's upset. She had a wide open fast break, and then the shot clock goes off, and they have to blow the whistle. I mean, that's where you let them play on almost. I don't know. That was weird.
They have worked in New York's favor there. Mitchell trying to get a shot off to close the quarter. And it is off the mark. Strong into the third quarter for the Phoenix Mercury. We have one more quarter to go. 76-69, 8-0 Phoenix run to close the third. You're watching Liberty basketball. Back here at the Westchester County Center, one more quarter to go in this matchup between the New York Liberty and the Phoenix Mercury. And into the fourth, the Mercury leading by 7 alongside Julian Vianney and Michael Brady. Jules, strong third quarter. During the early stretch of the third for the New York Liberty, we saw 4 lead changes, 3 ties. It was Phoenix breaking away at the end of the quarter.
Right. I mean, that was really what happened. Was Phoenix just did a great job answering the punch in the face. The Liberty really punched them in the face to start the third. Tremendous start, but they couldn't finish that quarter in the right fashion. So, I mean, you got to give Phoenix credit.
They have to find a way to finish strong in this fourth. Again, 7-point advantage for the Mercury. As the fourth quarter gets underway, deflected out of bounds. It's going to be New York basketball. Looked like Noreen Johannes got her hand on it. But it's New York ball. They're not going to argue that. Again, both teams offensively have played well. The Liberty shooting nearly 50%. The Mercury over 60% shooting. Johannes too strong on the feed.
Yeah, it would have been a nice pass. It just needed to certainly lay off the mustard there.
So turnover for New York gives it back over to the Mercury. See if the Liberty can take advantage of Brittany Griner being off the floor right now. DeWanna Bonner really hasn't been able to get it going. Leilani Mitchell has been a problem, though.
They are a more ordinary team without Griner on the floor.
Bonner can't get it to go for Camille Little.
Camille Little has come to play this half. She is certainly almost like she was, Sandy Rondello said something to her halftime. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall, but she has certainly played a lot more aggressive.
And there's a double dribble there. Back-to-back turnovers for the Liberty. Again, not the way they wanted to start this fourth quarter. 9-point advantage for the Mercury now. 10-0 extended run for Phoenix. Do some substitutions next. Dead ball for the Liberty. Tina Charles, Rebecca Allen, Valerie B, and Bria Hartley getting set to check in. Miss from Mitchell. Rebound Gray.
Tanisha Wright really grimacing a bit. I think she hurt her knee off that screen.
It's going to be 5 in, 5 out. Next dead ball for the Liberty. It's Nayo Rankaka-Kunwe. Finishes strong.
I'll tell you, she has played really well. She can play the best athletes in the world because she's got a bounce to her step and she can really sky.
Little debris on January. She hits the three.
Clutch shot from January. A veteran shot.
10-point advantage for Phoenix. Still plenty of time in this one. Gray. Too many steps. Another turnover for the Liberty. Again, 5 in, 5 out for the Liberty. Meanwhile, Brittany Griner and Diana Taurasi checking back in for the Mercury. 3 turnovers already in this quarter for the Liberty.
Yeah, that was something that they were doing a very good job of throughout the course of the game. It's so important to stay on task and not lose that focus. And that's what's been a struggle for New York this whole season.
Mitchell passes it to the scores table. Getting the stop there, important for New York. We'll see what they can do on the offensive side of the ball. They've had 3 turnovers already. Again, the game's still well within striking distance, but they need to get it going right now. Charles, baseline J, too strong.
This is about that gut check time. You don't want this to extend past 10. 10-point lead here for Phoenix.
Griner, she's been a problem all night, and that continues with that left-hand layup. 29 and 11 for Griner.
If you play her full behind and she's able to catch it like that, I mean, it really, unless you got 3 players on her, you can't stop her.
Allen driving outside to Zowie B, who will put it up. She gets it to fall.
That's one thing Zowie B has found in this game in particular is that 3 ball, because players don't want to come out and cover her out there as a post player.
9-point advantage for the Mercury. 6.5 to go in this fourth quarter. Taurasi back to Griner. Fade away.
That you'll take. See, that you'll take. If you're Zowie B, you can push her that far up the block. Great. Make her make that fadeaway shot.
Zowie B with the left hand. New York started to come alive again. Bonner. Good defensive possession so far, but Bonner drives in and draws the foul.
And Brittany Griner making it look easy. It's a back and forth affair here because Amanda Zowie B at the other end knocking it down, and she's been tremendous looking for her offense, and it's been flowing, and New York creeping back into this one.
5:52 to go in regulation. The Mercury leading the Liberty 83-76. It's time now. Let's get back to our trivia question a little bit earlier. No, we love this music.
Tell me what we need to know. What do we need to know, Michael?
6 women have played for all 3 original WNBA franchises, the LA Sparks, Phoenix Mercury, and New York Liberty. Who is the only player to start a game for each team? Jules?
Bingo. That's my girl, Essence Carson. That's an easy one for me, but I've been following the league for umpteen years. But certainly she has been a part of some championship caliber team. She's a veteran, brings a lot of experience now.
12th WNBA season. Has battled injuries this season.
And she's quite the musician, I'll tell you that. She's really into music and fashion. I mean, she was the best dressed Liberty player here for 8 years. I've been watching her, always excited about what outfit she was going to wear. She fit really well. She fit in well here and in LA especially.
See her numbers, an all-star in 2011, was the 7th overall pick by New York in 2008. Bonner knocks down both free throws and extends this lead for the Mercury with under 6 minutes to go in regulation.
Oh, and she also produces music. Come on now. That's pretty good.
It's a little bit of everything. currently controlling, trying to drive on Mitchell. Her layup too strong. 5.5 to go in this fourth quarter. Mercury in control. Diana Taurasi again playing her third game of the season. Doesn't have a field goal. As we have a foul call there.
Another one of those no-look passes. And Griner was sandwiched. There's some definite tips here on the floor. I like it.
Rebecca Allen called for that foul. Taurasi gets set to inbound. Again, hasn't had a field goal in this game. She does have 8 assists.
And that's a good thing. She's looking to do other things.
Mitchell. 2 Liberty players close out on her, and Mitchell still gets the three.
She has been incredible. 5'5" point guard right there. Getting it done in the league with a bunch of trees. I mean, she's so tough.
This is gut check time. 12-point lead for Phoenix. Liberty get another turnover there. Camille Little misses on the shot attempt. Here comes Boyd. Contact. That's going to be a foul on Leilani Mitchell. There's Tanisha Wright. Kia Nurse back in the game for New York. Making a strong push here with under 5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
They need to string together a series of stops and, of course, a series of offense. Sounds really simple, but they need to go on a little run of their own here. Phoenix has been really solid, getting stops and then continuing to score.
Harlem, she's had a strong game. Step back, Jay. Pure.
She just makes that look so easy.
Real positive sign for the Liberty. Seeing Bria Hartley come on strong to close the season. Mitchell working the Griner screen. Rossi inside to Griner. Cross-court pass. When the pass is too high for Dewana Bondo, that's saying something.
Yeah, she knew it too once it left her hands. That was going out of bounds.
10th turnover for Phoenix. 4:12 to go in this fourth quarter. Story of the game, Brittany Griner, 29 points, 11 rebounds. Leilani Mitchell, 8 of 11 shooting in this game for 22 points.
And this has been quite a half-court game. Both teams have scored most of their points in the half-court. Had to work for it.
There's 2 fast break points total in the entire game.
That's crazy.
You rarely ever see that. Mitchell left open.
Man. She's having a heck of a game. I mean, she is just knocking down shots left and right.
Liberty going to be kicking themselves. 25 points they've given up by Leilani Mitchell. Again, strong player, but she's been left open far too often.
That's where the problem can be. You're double, tripling players like Taurasi and Griner. That was a foul, absolutely. That's the right call.
Offensive foul there.
Griner turned her shoulder right at the black jersey there.
Yeah, her spring was strong enough without doing that.
Yeah.
That was Taurasi.
Actually, that was Taurasi. Yeah, I didn't think it was her. She definitely pushed off there.
That was a 90s NBA
you better
foul.
lay off me kind of thing. We're gonna bully you.
It was a Rick Mahorn, Bill and Beer special.
That was definitely a statement they were trying to make.
Nurse.
See, she tries to go over top of the screen again.
Griner called for that foul. That's her fourth.
Foul charge number 42, Brittany Griner. That is her fourth. 8 seconds of the quarter.
And Nurse hit to the free throw line.
Nurse at the line, shooting.
That previous possession with the offensive foul is why fans, either love Diana Taurasi or love to hate Diana Taurasi.
Yep.
Those kind of little chippy
she'll
plays
rip
like
your heart out. I'm telling you, that's the only line I've got for you. in a way that's fun to watch. If you like a competitor, a true competitor, I like it. I mean, she's not your friend out there.
No. Old school in that sense.
I enjoy it.
There's Taurasi handled there. Got knocked down by Wright. No call, though. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell with the pump and knocks down the shot. How about Leilani Mitchell tonight?
That's the kind of game they need out of her. She's stepping up big. This team needs that. Especially tonight. Others like Duana Bonner hasn't done as much.
Another turnover there for the Liberty. Over to Bonner. Back to Turner, who lost handle on it. Mitchell gives it to Bonner. Decent ball movement there, but the Mercury going to slow it down. 2:15 to go in regulation. They lead by 13. Rossi, too strong on the three. Offensive board to Griner.
The 2 0 boards in a row, and then that really, really hurts New York.
2 minutes.
It'll give them the chance to kill some more clock.
Nice speed, but shot clock expires. But they're going to review to see whether or not there was a foul. There was contact, but the officials need to see whether or not the contact occurred before the shot clock expired. They have a timeout as they take a look at that. 1:53 to go in regulation. Mercury leading the Liberty 93-80. You're watching New York Liberty basketball on ES. Back here at the Westchester County Center, Phoenix in control with 1:53 to go in regulation, 93-80. Tonight on Yes, Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees play the middle game of their set against the Seattle Mariners. Coverage begins at 9 o'clock immediately following this game, only on Yes. Officials reviewed that last play, Jules, to see whether or not the contact and the foul occurred before the shot clock expired. And indeed, the foul was after the shot clock expired.
It looked like that to me in real time, for sure. It was close, but if you look at the red light up on the scoreboard, it was way after.
Still 93-80 advantage for the Phoenix Mercury. And again, a big reason why the Liberty have not been able to contain Brittany Griner, which you come to expect, but they also haven't been able to stop Leilani Mitchell. Mitchell and Griner have combined to shoot 24 for 34 in this game. Mitchell has 27 points. Griner has 29.
Those two have been incredible. I mean, that's what you need at this point in the season. You want to start to peak. You want to start to get the most out of your personnel.
And this makes the Phoenix Mercury dangerous as they continue their playoff run. And heading into this game, their magic number was 2. But here, Griner with the strong game, Mitchell with the strong game, Bonner had an off game.
Right, and so you get her on and all of them on, and you really got a dangerous squad.
Nurse off on the three-point attempt. Again, Taurasi still finding her rhythm out there. But as you mentioned, veteran, best to ever play this game, finding other ways to be effective.
And Tiffany Rondello was quoted saying this. I mean, she's pretty glad to get her back with like 6 games or whatever when she got back to get herself ready for playoffs in mid-September. So she'll be certainly more ready then.
Off the turnover, Hartley knocks down this long-distance shot. Katie Smith wants her team to press, but they're not paying attention. Hartley's called for that foul. Again, Hartley's been an encouraging sign in this game. 18 points.
She plays her guts out, no matter what's on the scoreboard. That's just the way she plays. But she's been great. You're right, the second half of the season.
Certainly found a comfort zone. New York is getting multiple players to be cooking at the same time. Reverse layup off.
One of those nights for Bonner.
Nurse. Layup blocked. Griner has led the league in blocked shots every year since 2013. That's her third block tonight.
And she is a rim protector. One of the best in the game. Is just that wingspan. She comes out of nowhere. I mean, she blocks stuff with her elbow. Really. Unbelievable. And she doesn't have to get off the floor too much to do it.
So this is the first free throw attempt as Breon January checks in. Only 3 regular season home games remain. Be sure to catch New York Liberty as they face the Connecticut Sun at the Westchester County Center on Friday, August 30th at 7:30 p.m. Go to Ticketmaster.com/NY Liberty for tickets today. Katie Smith.
And she's continuing to coach, and that's what you have to do in situations like this. You just continue to coach, get your team better each game, and utilize situations.
They're professionals, but it's a challenge. You want to keep your team, again, playoffs out of the picture now for the New York Liberty, but there are little things that she wants her team to clean up and get better at. She wants the players to improve individually.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they continue to work on that cohesion. And if you're looking for Yankee coverage, again, taking on the Seattle Mariners is coming up right after this game wraps up here at the Westchester County Center. 12-point advantage for the Mercury. Again, they're in the playoff hunt, holding on to the 8th seed in the WNBA playoff race.
Phoenix here in the second half has really come to play. And I mean, they didn't start the third quarter well, but they almost had a wake-up call, realizing, hey, we better play a little harder. They need to win games.
Tough pass. Nurse trying to get it to Zowie B, who does come away with it, but misses the shot. Griner pulling down her 14th rebound of the game. 14-9 and 14 for Griner.
Griner had 19 in the first half, so a better job, I suppose, in the second half, a little better on her, but she was just so tough to stop tonight. And so was this young lady. Mitchell was just impressive.
The thing we had to talk about is you saw the bench there. Asia Girl, the rookie, battling injuries, missing yet another game in this one. How much have they missed her, and how much is she hurt by not being able to finish out the season with the team?
Well, you know what? She's a rookie, and in your rookie season, it's nice when you can play a lot and really get a whole year under your belt, and she didn't get that. She didn't get the chance to compete at the pro level a full season, and she was going to be looked upon this year offensively as another playmaker, another player that could score on a whim, on a dime. Not able to really see much of her this season.
Phoenix, one game away from clinching the playoff berth. This is assuming they don't get any help. Again, holding on to that 8th seed. You look at the remaining schedule for the New York Liberty. Friday, Fox Sports Go, taking on the Connecticut Sun, September 3rd versus Elena Deladon and the Washington Mystics. Final matchup with the Indiana Fever on September 6th. And then the Atlanta Dream wrapping up the season September 8th. That game on ESPN3. Again, if you're looking for Yankee coverage, it'll be immediately following this matchup here. 25.6 seconds to go. Phoenix confirmed control, so we'll get you set for Yankees and Mariners coming up right after this one concludes. In playoff format, again, Phoenix looking set to get in, and they could be a dangerous team, especially when you consider the single elimination formats of the playoffs.
And now that they're getting players back and healthy, they've got everybody that they've needed, that they've lacked all season long. They got Taurasi back. She'll have a few games under her belt. And certainly a team, Sancho Little as well. Certainly a team to watch out for in the playoffs.
And Leilani Mitchell dribbles out the clock. She finishes with 29 points. Knocked down 10 of her 13 field goals in this game. Brittany Griner, 29 points, 14 rebounds as well. And that'll do it. 95-82, your final score. That wraps it up from the